The tragic story of Caroline Kangogo, a Kenyan cop who allegedly shot her two lovers and later committed suicide. On 5th July 2021, Caroline and Peter Ndwiga, a security expert, walked into Dedamark's hotel and paid for a room. In his mind, only the thought of eating the forbidden truth lingered, while at the same time being oblivious to the fact that Caroline had hours before they met fled a crime scene where she was the main suspect in the death of her police boyfriend, John Ogweno. The drinks she had paid for, the two at Kamakia Country Lodge in Thika Town, clouded Peter's mind. That was the last time Peter Ndwiga walked into a room, as hours later, Caroline pumped a bullet into Peter's skull and fled the scene. But you may ask yourself, how did they get here? Kangogo was born on January 1987 in Kamagich village, Elgeyo Marakwet County, to Barnaba Koech and Leah Jepkosgei. She later joined Nyawa Primary School and completed her primary education in 2004. She joined Alphonsus Motei Girls School, and after 4 years, the grade she managed to get was not enough to take her to university. However, her family enrolled her in a nearby vocational school to do a technical course. To Caroline, this wasn't her dream career. She wanted to pursue a certificate course, and she did pursue one in peer counseling from KEO Professional Counselors. In 2008, while still trying to figure out her life, she tried police recruitment at the time, and luckily she was picked. And later she joined Kiganjo Police College in Nyeri, and she was so excited because for the first time in her life, she left her home county. At the time she was graduating from the college, she had achieved a first-class status in sharpshooting and was the best in shooting range classification in her class. These skills landed her in Mombasa Police Training College on her first assignment in 2008. While serving in the college, she met one Mr. Richard Ngeno, a senior officer at the Maritime Police Unit, who they fell in love and became her husband. In 2010, Caroline Kangogo was transferred to Kaloleni Police Station, and by this time, she was pregnant with the first child to her boss, and the same year, she gave birth to a baby boy. As their relationship blossomed into a come-stay marriage that their parents had already approved, they started living together. And in 2013, she was transferred to Kiganjo Police College, and by this time, she got pregnant again. In 2013, she was transferred to Kiganjo Police College, and by this time, she got pregnant again. And in 2014, she delivered a bouncing baby girl. But just like any other family and marriage, there were issues facing their relationship. Caroline felt that Richard had betrayed her with numerous cheating. She never really understood why, because she had gifted him two beautiful children. As a woman, and the need to act upon her emotions, she confronted Richard in public one day, and things took a different turn from there. Because to him, confronting him in public apparently bruised Richard's ego. In his response, he filed for divorce, and this broke Caroline Kangogo. To make matters worse, even her parents allegedly disowned her after the divorce from Richard. Despite the heartbreak, she managed to pursue more training in 2015 at the Kiganjo Police College, and she attained the rank of police corporal. Upon graduation, she was posted to Nakuru Central Station. While she trained in 2015, John Ogweno was having his graduation from University of Nairobi with a degree in economics and statistics, with a glimmer of hope for a better future. He got his first job as a manager for Modern Coast Bus in Kisii County, but during a police recruitment drive, he tried his luck and in 2015, after successful exercise, he joined Kiganjo Police College. As he was joining, Caroline was promoted and moved to Nakuru, not knowing their paths would cross years later. By this time, Caroline decided not to dwell in the past, but as they say, ni kuoga na kurudi soko. And so she decided to do exactly that. In her free time, she would go to various drinking joints in Nakuru and drown her sorrows into alcohol. To colleagues, she was social and quick to anger. She was well known to revelers in Nakuru Central Business District, and not many knew she was a police officer. She was beautiful, and at some point a colleague says that he arrested a criminal who was shocked to see Caroline Kangogo donned in a full police uniform. While at this drinking spree, she met one Mr. Peter Ndwiga, who at the time was expanding his security business, and the two quickly fell in love. Mr. Ndwiga was a man chasing money with a security firm called Superb Security Group Limited. Mr. Ndwiga was a man who tried it all and failed it all. At a point in his life, he was a matatu driver, and it did not go well. He moved to business, setting up one in Embu County, but still failed. This failure manifested into his marriage to Purity Wandiri, and they separated, but being a man of determination, he got married again to Margaret Wambui, and by this time, she lived in Nakuru. However, Peter's skills managed to entertain Caroline Kangogo in those drinking sprees, and they sparked emotions between them. The two fell deep, the two fell in love. It was hot and it was sweet. And at some point, Kangogo entrusted Peter with 1.5 million shillings she wanted to buy a car with. Being cunning and a devious man, Mr. Peter failed to deliver a car, but instead delivered empty promises to Miss Kangogo. But instead bought himself a Probox at around that time, and this infuriated Kangogo. On further research on his new lover, Kangogo discovered that he was married and had a divorce too. This was the same thing she has been running from her previous marriage. She felt betrayed, and as usual, she went to seek solace in alcohol. And residents of Nakuru claimed she was worse, as she used to harass people at their workplaces and take money. As this was taking place, John Ogweno had graduated from Kiganjo and got married to one Juliet Aliero, who he left at his rural home in Sangre Village, Homa Bay County, and went to serve the people of Kericho, where he had been posted. While at Kericho, he met Sweetney Chelangat, and he also married her. In 2021, he was transferred to Nakuru Police Station, and this is where he crossed paths again with Caroline Kangogo, as they both worked in the crimes unit. As it would have it, John was a young man with needs, and working alongside Kangogo, he couldn't resist her beauty, and he decided kutupa mistari hapa na pale, and soon he was eating the forbidden truth. They lived separately but would spend more time in Kangogo's house. On the fateful night of 5th July 2021, as usual, the couple were having drinks at Kangogo's house. And dead in the night, a neighbor says a man got into the house and an argument ensued. However, the mysterious man left, leaving the couple in a heated argument, and this forced John to leave. He went to a hotel in Nakuru and later boarded a boda to his house in the police quarters. Allegedly, Kangogo arrived with 3 men later, and this was the last time John was seen alive. The following morning, John was discovered in his car with blood oozing out of his nose, and the scene, there was Kangogo's phone and his gun was missing, and this made her the main suspect. Meanwhile, as police launched a manhunt of Kangogo, she was on her way to Thika to meet former lover Peter, and he picked her up in his probox, and they proceeded to a hotel in Thika where they had drinks and food. Apparently, Caroline settled the bill, and this elated Peter, letting his guard down. He proceeded to a hotel, and this time Peter footed the bill, and this would be the last time he would be paying for anything. Unknown to him, Kangogo had a Seska pistol she had stolen from Ogweno packed in her waist. No sooner had Peter removed his clothes to enjoy the fruit than Kangogo put a bullet through his skull, and she took off. For the next 2 weeks, she was hunted by an elite team from the Division of Crime Investigation Unit, DCI. On 17th July 2021, Caroline Kangogo was found dead at her parents' home in Anin village, Elgeyo Marakwet County. Her lifeless body was discovered lying in a bathroom at her parents' home. Later, police found a confession in her newly acquired phone where she had said she was remorseful for unaliving John Ogweno, but was not remorseful for unaliving Peter Ndwiga because he had duped her 1.5 million Kenya shillings.